Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. We're discussing some NFL news and updates, discussing of course signings, trade rumors, all type of things. And I'm gonna talk about Steelers as well a little bit on the segment here too. But let's start off first. You see from the title, you probably seen from the thumbnail, you know yesterday, Jamar Chase and Higgins of course signed a big time contracts, the Bengals. They signed, I think Jamar Chase signed for 4 years, $161 million. That includes 112 of it guaranteed, making him the highest paid non-player ever. And then Higgins signed a 4-year, $150 million deal that's guaranteed for the first 2 years. So both of the guys got some good deals. They're keeping that little core around with Burrow, Higgins, and Jamar Chase. So you know when you have that tandem of playmakers, you always have a chance. I don't think the Bengals defense might be down back. So Henderson, he might be getting probably 28 to 29 to 30 million a year probably. Well, maybe probably over 30 million a year because he got 17 sacks back to back and he's still in the midst of his prime too as well. So I think he'll probably get traded somewhere. So we'll see exactly what happens. The Lions better be in on that because they need to bring in a pass rusher. Some other teams, of course, might be in on it too. The Eagles will probably be in on it. A lot of different teams will be in on it, trying to bring a pass rusher in, like that elite level guy like that. So we'll probably see him maybe get traded because I don't think the Bengals be able to afford him unless they did something crazy to like manipulate some stuff. But in the draft, they might have to go just defense every pick in a draft like that to build that defense up because you spend this money on these two guys right here. Hey, it's like Joe Burrow getting paid a crazy amount already. Jamar Chase and Higgins, they are tying up over probably about 65 to 75% of your salary on cap every season. So like that, so it's gonna be kind of hard for you to maneuver and try to bring in different pieces. So we'll see what happens. As you guys know, I'm a Steelers fan, so the Bengals, and the Steelers, the little rivalries going on like that. And the Bengals is a team that's good, they're offensively, but they start the season off slow every single time. I don't mind them starting the season off slow, because I'm like, hey, it helps us in the division. They always start the season off slow. They'll start off 1-4, 0-3, or they start off something like that, very shaky and slow, and try to get some steam up. You can't do that, especially with your defense not being the way it is, and you pay all this money and stuff. You need everything to pan out and still be competitive. But Jamar Chase get your chance. Of course, we knew he was gonna come back. I didn't think Higgins and Jamar Chase would both be here. I thought it'd just be Jamar Chase, and Higgins might find a suitor somewhere else, and they maybe try to find a receiver they draft or something. But getting Jamar Chase, Higgins still together with Joe Burrow still too in the midst of their prime as well, it's gonna be good. So hopefully they can try to find a way to capitalize on it. If you're not, you get back to the Super Bowl or even win a championship with this core. I don't think it's a waste, but it'd be like, I'm kind of like, I don't know. It won't pan out too well. You got to find a way to get it done when the midst of their prime. So we'll see. Moving on to the next topic. We're seeing a lot of stuff about Brock Purdy as well. Brock Purdy, he's on the last year of his deal right now with the 49ers. So we'll see if he get a contract extension. A lot of people think it's a trade might be happening, but Brock Purdy get traded somewhere else or something. 49ers go a different approach. The 49ers have been letting a lot of different guys go. We've seen Hufanga go, Greenlaw, and all the different individuals that they have in the team get, just gone. I think they let them just go in free agency and not really bringing guys back. So they're kind of in a state of rebuilding, I think. They still compete in their division. The division is still kind of like, I wouldn't say like wide open, but this division is still open, of course, a lot. I feel like a lot of different people can like win that division. You look at the Rams, probably win the division, but you have the Seahawks, of course, still gunning for it with Sam Darnold added to the team and stuff like that. And you got, of course, Cooper Kupp just added with Smith Najimba, I can never say his last name. I'm from Ohio State. He played pretty good too as well the past few years. You have all those pieces there. Cardinals, we're calling Kyler Murray and those guys too as well. So I think every team in that division really have a chance and stuff, so they won't be out of it completely. But the 49ers kind of seem like they're doing a slow rebuild, trying to switch things up. They have their core pieces still. They have the Fred Warners. They have, of course, the Bosa. They have, of course, George Kittles. They have the Brandon Ayuk who's going to be there. The core pieces are still there with them. McCaffrey, his name in trade rumors a little bit. They said the Raiders been calling about Chris McCaffrey, trying to get him to the Raiders. So we'll see if that trade ever goes through or ever happens. But we'll see if Brock Purdy is in their long-term plans like that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But the 49ers could trade McCaffrey eventually. Like that, because you're trying to see maybe if the Broncos try to maybe gun in for that. But the Raiders is a team that's been gunning for it too as well. Bring a guy in. So we'll see something happen like that. But I think you possibly could see Chris McCaffrey in a different uniform. Most likely, maybe in a few coming weeks, depending on the 49ers direction they're trying to go. If you're rebuilding, there's no point in keeping him now because he's one of those type of win now type of guys because he's not going to be in your long-term plan, especially with the injury history you have, missing almost all of last season. And all the things that are going on with him, of course. So you might want to trade him while he still has a little steam to his name is still. Trade him away, get some picks, and just try to build up slowly and try to build a nice team to compete in the future. But we'll see what happens with them. We also seen, of course, Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward trying to see who can go first. I thought the Raiders would probably trade up in the draft to get Shedeur Sanders, but now after they traded for Geno Smith, who's still in the midst of his prime, who Pete Carroll love a lot. And they try to add these pieces, of course, around the Raiders a little bit. You see them little signs they've been doing lately, and in the draft, they're going to kind of know the direction they're going to go. I kind of feel like they might be out of the Shedeur loop unless he falls to them in that spot. They might say, okay, we can get him for the future, but it might be out of the Shedeur loop a little bit. I think Geno Smith is going to be their guy for the upcoming future. They're talking about maybe extending Geno Smith as well and doing more stuff. I don't think they extend him yet. Let me make sure Geno Smith can get extended. But Geno Smith, they talk about a lot of different things. Maybe extending him, bringing on some more stuff. I think he got a signing bonus like that a little bit too. But we wonder if Geno Smith's going to be, and it's a long-time future plans. He's a good quarterback, so he has the ability to help you definitely stay competitive and hopefully win and get the Raiders back to the point they want to be. And Pete Carroll loves Geno Smith. You know, he got him, and he loved him with the Seahawks and stuff. He's doing his thing. Got him to the playoffs before with Geno Smith as well, like that. And Geno Smith's a good player. He'll do anything you want to do. He's not really like disruptive or anything crazy. He's a good leader as well, so you'll love a guy like that to be mentoring young QBs, and also a guy like that to be a focal point of your team. So we'll see maybe him go and try to lead the Raiders to the playoffs again like that. The division is still, you know, of course the Chiefs is there, the Chargers is there, Broncos there. The division's kind of tough a little bit because all the other teams went to the playoffs last year. So we'll see if the Raiders can find a way to get back to being competitive. But Shedeur Sanders could go to the Titans or Cam Ward, depending on which team value which the most, like that, which the best, and think who's better than the other. So Cam Ward could be a Titan, or Shedeur Sanders could be a Titan, or Titans can say, you know what? None of them. We're gonna take Abdul Carter or something like that. We're gonna take him in the first. We're gonna take him in the first pick of the draft. Or the Titans could trade back in the draft and say we just get more picks to add more pieces around like that. So maybe some old linemen and stuff like that. You know, bring some pieces in. You never know what can happen. So we'll see exactly what happened with the Titans and who going first in the draft. Would it be Abdul Carter? Would it be Shedeur Sanders? Would it be Cam Ward? Or would it be Travis Hunter? Would it be somebody else? We don't know exactly who it'll be because a lot of teams value players differently. We might see some people differently, like say, oh, I think this guy's the best in the draft, but they might say this guy's the best in the draft. And another team might say this, like that. A lot of teams value guys differently because they have different systems and different schemes. If like those guys could be maximized in their scheme and system. So we have to wait and see what happens. But this is kind of most of the news I have for the NFL. Let me get to my Steelers, of course. As you guys know, the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, the little news about him, of course, about choosing the Steelers. I feel like he's kind of lingering the Steelers on, playing around and stuff. The Steelers do have Mason Rudolph, though. Mason Rudolph, I think he's a solid quarterback. You know, 27 years old, right? 26, 27, 27, 28 years old, younger quarterback. He's been here before. I think he had success here before, a winning record as a starter for the Steelers. I think he, even though the Titans didn't go his way because they had a lot of things that went on. Their O-line was terrible. They couldn't run the ball like they wanted to, fully. So they probably still had 1,000 yards, but they couldn't run the ball like they fully wanted to. And the receivers was like, they didn't really have too many receivers out there as well because Hopkins got traded away. Traylon Burks is always injured, and all the things that happened with the Titans. I think Calvin Ridley is there, but he was in and out too with injuries too, so they're kind of a little shaky and all over the place. But Mason Rudolph did learn a little adversity there, and you've seen some flashes here and there. I think Mason Rudolph, if the Pittsburgh Steelers with more structure, should do pretty solidly. I can definitely see him keeping us competitive if he is our quarterback. But there's also some other veteran guys up there as well. Like somebody said, Tyrod Taylor can maybe possibly be a guy, but he's good when he's healthy, but he's never always healthy. He always seems to get injured at the wrong times all the time. So I think he'd be better to roll with a different veteran presence. Maybe bring in, I don't know, I think Drew Lock was an option. People keep saying Trey Lance, he's not a veteran, of course, but Trey Lance, could take a chance on him and see what he can be maybe. We kind of have to wait to see. Fully, he's only 24 years old, which is he's still very young. 6'5", got a strong arm, can run and stuff. But Trey Lance, I don't know if the Steelers be willing to wait to develop him or try to see what's still there or something. But a guy I like a lot would be Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley would be a solid pick. I mean, it's not a solid pick, but a solid signing, you know, for a QB, a veteran presence. A little bit he played a few years with the Ravens. And he helped the Ravens 1 year, and they played in the playoff game. Almost won the playoff game as well. And also, he played last year with the Dolphins and helped them win some games and got them close to playoff contention as well too before. I think Tyler Huntley is a pretty solid player. You know, he has his legs, he has good accuracy as well like that. And I think he's definitely poised enough and solid enough to be a veteran presence. I would prefer the Steelers to get a guy like Jacoby Brissett, but he's already on the Cardinals now. But I think Tyler Huntley wouldn't be bad like that. And then I'm gonna know what you guys think about that. Tyler Huntley comes to the Steelers, you add a piece like that with Mason Rudolph there. Both of those guys compete for the QB1 spot, but you also have to be comfortable like having both of those guys as your top two QBs. So we have to wait to see what the Steelers do fully. They did sign a D lineman. They signed a safety as well. It was one something when I played for the Browns or something like that. They signed a safety as well. So they bring some depth pieces in from DBs. And the defense really was already stacked and nice. The only thing they needed really is a nose tackle. They probably draft one, Kenneth Graham, Alfred Collins, or somebody, Jordan Phillips in the first round. And then after that, we kind of see what they're going to do. They're going to go with the quarterback maybe. And they trade back into the second round to get a quarterback, Jackson Dart. You never know. Jalen Moreau, Will Howard, you like him too as well. You never know what they'll do. So we'll see exactly what happens. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel for more news of NFL or NBA or basketball, women's basketball, college basketball, and March Madness for the start up too as well. We'll have something. But peace out.